All right, everybody. Welcome to those joining this emergency broadcast from the garage of my humble abode. I'm your host, Joshua Mickle. Check out the Cast of the King show that we do on a weekly, sometimes weekly basis. But we have some breaking news coming down the pike, and that is this. Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic traded, swapping places. How did this happen? Oh my God. You want to talk about a shocker of a trade right now. You can't get any more shocking than this right now. As I try to pull up right here what the actual trade is right here, and I'll pull it up on the screen. I want to try if I can duplicate this live right now. I will do. All right, here we are. And I will, where is it? There it is. No, where'd you go? Right there. I will slide you over here, and we will read as follows. The trade includes Luka going to the Lakers, Anthony Davis going to the Mavericks in a 3-team trade with the Utah Jazz, Lakers, and Dallas Mavericks. Lakers also get Maxi Kilber and one of the Morris brothers. The Mavericks get Max Christie, a 2029 Lakers first-round pick. The Jazz get Jalen Hood, I don't know how to say that last name, and the 2025 second-round pick from the Clippers and the 2025 second-round pick from the Mavericks. Now, this is almost speechless right now. This is almost completely speechless. How in the world do you only get one first-round pick for Luka Doncic? How do you only get one? That's unheard of. Like, for a superstar. He is 26 freaking years old. 26 years old. If I remember that correctly, and before I get fact checked here, I just want to double check his age. Luka Doncic, he is 25 years old. He will turn 26 this month in February. He is 25 freaking years old. How in the world did the Lakers fleece the Mavericks? Now, if you are Mark Cuban, you are a minority owner right now. There's no way on God's green earth that Mark Cuban, if he is the majority owner, makes this trade. There's no world on God's green earth, no reality, no multiverse that exists where Mark Cuban, if he was the majority owner, would make this trade. Weren't the Mavericks in the finals? Yes, they were. They were in the finals last year. How? This is unbelievable. The teams that could have offered the Mavericks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 round picks. I'm in a text group that's full of Grizzly fans right now that say they would trade John Morant on the dime for Luka Doncic, including draft picks. I think those particular people are kind of crazy. You can still do a trade for Luka, just don't trade your face of the franchise and John Morant. You don't do that. Involve Bane, Luke Kennard. Send them a gazillion first-round picks for this 25-year-old superstar that you can plug in with John Morant in the backcourt, and you have a dominant backcourt for years to come in the Memphis grindhouse. But as I am trying to look up more details here, apparently it's reporting that the Lakers were approached by the Mavericks. So if that is true, then they did not want to do business with anyone else but the Lakers. Nobody else. To which, if I am the general manager, like if I'm a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, the first thing I'm saying is, if like when you wake up, when a Dallas Mavericks fan wakes up this morning, mark the date, when they wake up this morning at February 2nd, 8 o'clock a.m. their time, they're going to look at their phone and see their face of the franchise has been traded away to the Lakers of all teams, 1. And then 2, you see the compensation you get back, 1 bloody first-round pick? What? 1 first-round pick. This is the equivalent of NBA 2K. Not even NBA 2K would allow this trade. Not even, maybe a Madden trade, this could go down. No way this happens in a 2K trade. This is so unbelievable. And let me just say one thing first about the Lakers. Let me say one thing first about the Lakers. Congratulations. You fleeced the Dallas Mavericks. You only gave up 1 first-round pick. You have your next Kobe Bryant, essentially, for the next 10 years, even after LeBron finally hangs up the cleats and says, I'm retiring and I'm going off into the sunset here in my La La Land mansion. Congratulations, Lakers. You have your face of the franchise for the next 10 years. Congratulations right there. Now, let's just put a little damper on that because everyone said back in the day, I'm old enough to remember that Dwight Howard, when he was with the Lakers, that he was supposed to take on the torch for Kobe Bryant, and then he said, no, I'm not staying here. I'm actually going to go away and sign with the Houston Rockets. Let's not forget about that. It's because you still have the same ownership group that foresaw that transition of power. But either way, Lakers, congratulations. You have your superstar, and you just pulled off the ultimate heist in NBA history. You just pulled off the ultimate heist in NBA history, and there's no comparison to this. Not since the Brooklyn Nets, Boston Celtics original trade that sent Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and others to the Nets, and you and they fleeced the Nets of their first round picks, and it eventually wound up as a Boston Celtics championship trophy last year with the Larry O'Brien trophy last year. Now, for the Mavericks, what are you thinking right now? What is going on? The Mavericks have to be blood tested. I'm pulling a Stephen A. Smith right now. They need to be blood tested. They need to have everything tested. Urine samples, blood tested. See if they're smoking some weed. They need to be investigated right now for make sure they are not pulling a Joe Biden right now of being asleep at the wheel. This is unbelievable. You were in the finals last year. You were in the finals. And you trade away your star player. This is on the heel. Man, if I had to compare this for football terms with the Tennessee Titans, this is almost up there with the outrage with A.J. Brown. I mean, now it's even more outrage because look at A.J. Brown is on his way to his second Super Bowl. Meanwhile, his replacement that we drafted, Traylon Burks, has only caught 1 touchdown. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 touchdown. This is almost on the cusp of. I don't know the words to describe it right now, but the Dallas Mavericks. What are you doing? What the heck is your plan? Kyrie Irving is aging out there. Anthony Davis, since his New Orleans Pelicans days, Hornets, and when he first got to the Lakers, he is an injury-prone player. Good luck explaining this to your fan base. You've just lost your fan base, and you have set back your franchise for the next 10 to 15 years possibly. No one now is going to want to go to Dallas. Nobody. Even if somehow Mark Cuban does an ultimate intervention saying, hey, I want to buy back my shares and I'm the majority owner again of the Dallas Mavericks, it's going to take years before the Mavericks are back to where they were last year with the NBA Finals. It's going to take them a long time. And there's no other way. There's rumors that Luka wanted out. There's rumors that the Mavericks weren't satisfied with keeping up his weight and not being in shape. To which I would say, look at the box score of what the dude is producing for you when he is on the court. The dude is lights out, and everybody else in the NBA would have offered you 10 first-round picks if they could. 10 first-round picks if they could for Luka if they knew you were going to trade him away. They just would have. And this is, as a Grizzlies fan, I'm actually happy for this trade because this means that if the Lakers were to somehow meet the Grizzlies again for a rematch in the playoffs, what was the number one issue with the Grizzlies versus the 7th-seeded Los Angeles Lakers 3 years ago? What was the number one issue? We knew Bane couldn't shoot consistently. We knew Dylan Brooks was pathetic shooting the ball, leaving him wide open, and the Lakers just saying, oh, yeah, go ahead and shoot. You're going to miss, in which that proceeded to happen. You had Ruri, what's his name, coming off the bench. That was an issue. Oh, Steven Adams, he was injured. That was an issue. What was the main reason the Grizzlies lost that series? Anthony Davis going to town on the Memphis Grizzlies front court. That is out of the way now. That is out of the way. Which means with that out of the way, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey, Huff, whoever, speaking of Lakers, that we poached away from the Lakers for free. You have Huff. You have Santi Almondama. You got we got the front court essentially covered now for the Memphis Grizzlies now. We got the front court sealed, locked down. You're not getting through those front doors, especially with now a perennial all-star and Jaren Jackson Jr. coming into his form now. So as a Grizzly fan, I'm actually happy for this trade for the short term. For the long term, I can't stand it how I read through the archives and trying to understand my NBA history that the Lakers have gotten their stars via trades in their history. How did they get Kobe? How did they get Kobe Bryant? They got him in a trade with Charlotte. How did they get Shaquille O'Neal in a trade with the Orlando Magic? How did they get LeBron James in a not in a trade, but he wanted to come there. How did they get Anthony Davis in a trade? The Lakers are not a good drafting team. And so they have shown now, once again, that they say, we can't trust our farm system, essentially. Let's go ahead and, oh, wait, the Mavericks are willingly going to give us Luka? Okay, how much? Only one first-round pick? But don't leave the room right now. Where do I sign right now? Don't leave the room right now. I want this ink to be dry. Trade approved. What a night. What a night for this to happen. And the third team, the Jazz, congratulations on your continued rebuild, who, funny enough, is the same architect that did the Boston Celtics rebuild before they booted him out of town. So it'll be a few years before you boot him out of town, and then you win the championship in Utah. That's how the cycle goes, apparently. And the last thing the world needs right now is the Lakers to win the championship this year with Luka Doncic. And then LeBron just goes off on his merry way, winning 5 championships. And then, oh, look, there's the Lakers with a young core. Wonderful. Just what the world needs. Another generation of Lakers being the Lakers. I want to go back to the 2010s when they sucked, man. I want to go back to that time where all they will talk about on the sports radio and sports shows is the Lakers are really good. You can't get Kobe Bryant's not the issue. They have horrible coaching. They have a horrible team around him. How are they supposed to win? Lonzo Ball, those were the good days. The Lonzo Ball days were the good days. And now we are living in, once again, a Groundhog Day where the Lakers trade for a superstar player, and we have no one but to blame by ourselves. Actually, no, not ourselves. No, we know who to blame if the Lakers win multiple championships, or at least one championship in the next few years. We are going to be looking to the Dallas Mavericks over there and say, what were you thinking? Why would you do that? Anyways, that's my initial reactions to this breaking news trade. Luka Doncic is a Laker, and Anthony Davis will see the remaining days of an NBA star in the Lone Star State of Dallas. I did not plan that. That just literally came out of my head right there. With that being said, before I sign off, be sure you like, subscribe, comment below. What do you think about this whole situation? Did the Lakers get away with the ultimate heist in NBA history? What do you think the plan is in Dallas with Kyrie and Anthony Davis, aging out stars, essentially? What do you think the situation is in Dallas? And what do you think is going to be the championship total now that Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker? And with that being said, I hope to get back on my show shortly. We've had revival nights here at the Life Church at my main job of employment. We're going to be kicking those off on Monday. So don't expect so I wouldn't expect a show anytime soon. Like a proper Cast to the King show anytime soon for this upcoming week. But there are many things we are definitely going to be talking about. And keep your eye out for the next upcoming episode. Hopefully next week, if not the week after, for sure, guaranteed. But until then, thank you for joining us for this emergency, another breaking news live video once again happening in the dead of night here. And my feet are actually cold because I'm actually in the garage. It's 40 degrees outside, and I did not put socks on to prop this up. I just put on my camera, the lights, made the graphic real quick, and a thumbnail and this stream link. So until next time, guys. Be sure you catch the next episode of Casted King, and also check out the other videos on this YouTube channel. That's a living, breathing resume of yours truly. And until next time, keep kicking it to the King.